Hello all my friends, welcome back to the channel. Happy Black History Month. So if you are new to the channel, my name is T and this is my YouTube channel, Crumpus Tea and Sewing. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you my first make for the BHMPatternDesigners challenge that is hosted by the lovely Nateida. She goes by So Natural Dane here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. If you are new to sewing or new to my channel and you don't know anything about the BHMPatternDesigners challenge, I'll give you a quick overview of what it is. Basically, the BHMPatternDesigners challenge is the Black History Pattern Designers challenge that is hosted by the lovely Nateida of So Natural Dane. This is her 5th year hosting this challenge, and this is a special year because for the 5-year anniversary, she decided to do a live event in Katy, Texas. So if you are in the area and you want to participate in this beautiful challenge and you want to register, I'll put the link in the description box below. You could go over and check out her website and register for the classes that she has set for, I believe, February 25th and 26th. So again, make sure you check out the link, go over and look at all the registration dates. The registration is set to end here pretty soon, so make sure you go over and save yourself a spot for one of the classes so you can learn more about the challenge as well as some beautiful different things that happens in the sewing community, like say for instance, you can learn about color analysis, you can learn how to make necklaces, you can learn just different there are different classes and different things that you can participate in. So go ahead, check the registration link below and you can register for the classes. So for my first make of the BHMPatternDesigners challenge, I decided to make the Me Pattern ME2002 by Brittany J. Jones. And this pattern features 2 different patterns in one envelope. So you get a top and you also get a pant pattern. So I decided to make view A, which is the top. It is a mock turtleneck with a double split hem and close fitting sleeves, 3/4 length sleeves. But you can also do view B, which is a shorter top with still a mock turtleneck, and this is a sleeveless option. You also have the option of making a tie belt, so you can tie your belt around your beautiful top. So I have to say from the outset of the video or the review, I love this pattern. So this is a spoiler alert. I absolutely love this pattern. It's simple, it's easy to sew, it's definitely for your beginners. You only have 4 pattern pieces. You have your front, your back, your sleeve, and if you want to make a tie belt, you can make the tie belt. So if you omit the tie belt, you only have 3 pattern pieces. It's such a fun pattern. So it features this mock turtleneck, and the mock turtleneck, you don't have to attach anything to the bodice front and back to get your mock turtleneck, because the turtleneck extends, so it's from the neckline down into the shoulder. It just is, it's one straight line. And so your mock turtleneck is part of your front and your back bodice, which I absolutely love. Now I will say that in terms of sizing, if you're looking for a loose silhouette, this isn't going to be very loose. It's semi fitted. So how you see Brittany wearing it and how you see myself wearing it, that's what you're going to get. So you have a semi close fitting sleeve and then also a semi fitted close bodice as well. So that's basically what you're going to get. So if you are looking to make something that is semi loose or loose fitting, you will need to go up a size or 2, just to let you know. But with that said, it's a beautiful pattern. It's true to size and I absolutely love it. I chose a size 18 and I'll put the measurements here so that you can see what that size 18 is, and you can basically get an idea of how it fits on me. So I absolutely love the sewing process of this. It was very simple, very easy. I didn't have any problems with the pattern. I love the fact that, and I don't recommend this to beginners, but those of us who are a little bit seasoned, I love the fact that the sleeve pattern, you don't even have to put E-stitches in. I know I'm terrible for saying that, because you should sew your garment from front or from the beginning to the end with all those beautiful techniques so that you can get a beautiful garment. However, you don't really need to put the E-stitches in. The sleeve fits perfectly inside the arm side, at least for the size that I chose. And so it was just so fun to be able to skip that step, because sometimes you just want to skip certain steps and just get to the finished end result of your project. I know I'm horrible for doing that sometimes, but I don't recommend that to beginners. But again, it's just such an easy pattern. I love the double split hem, that feature. When I purchased the pattern, I didn't realize that it had a double split hem. And when I saw the feature of the pattern after looking at it, I was just like, oh, wow. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful top. I absolutely love it. I'll put some inspiration pictures here throughout the video so you can see the potential that this pattern has. You can make a sweater with a split hem. You can make a tunic. You can make a dress. You can make a sweater dress, like a cable knit sweater dress. You can expand the sleeves and do an exaggerated sleeve. There's just so many different things that you can do with this pattern that I absolutely love. It's so simple, but yet you can put your own creativity on it and just choose different types of fabrics and different types of styles that you can actually make for this pattern. And that's why I love patterns like this. I love them because you only have a few pattern pieces, and with those pattern pieces you can just create something that is, you know, what you like. And that's why I like it. Or you could just keep it like this, like I did for my first make. There's nothing wrong with just sewing something straight out of the envelope. I really like the style. Like I said, the double split hem is just amazing, and it's a wonderful feature in itself. So I absolutely love this pattern. I can't say enough how much I love this pattern. Now, when I purchased this pattern, I actually purchased the pattern for the pants, and I ended up making the top. Again, absolutely love the top, but in the future I would love to make these pants. I love this pattern, and I intend to make the pants later on. So this pattern comes in sizes 10 to 18, and I did misspeak in my plans video. I said that this pattern only comes in sizes 10 to 8, and you guys came for me in the comment section to correct me. Thank you for correcting me and for making me take a closer look at the pattern. The pattern does have extended sizes. It just so happens that the pattern that I purchased was the 10 to 18. But you can purchase this pattern in 20W to 28W and 30W to 38W. So I really love the extended size ranges, especially for me, because the size 18, although it is perfect for me, if I want to go up a size later on, I know that I can get that size 20W or 22W, so that I can get a looser silhouette. So I absolutely love this pattern. I love the size ranges, as well as you got the extended size ranges as well. So really love this pattern. Like I said, I can't say enough about this pattern. It was so easy to sew. The only thing that I really didn't like about the sewing process, and it has nothing to do with the pattern, it's the fabric. So the fabric that I chose a fabric. It's this boysenberry plum color fabric here, and I purchased it from Fabric Mart Fabric years ago. So it was about 4 or 5 years ago, and I decided I need to get this out of my stash. I don't sew with knits all that often, and so I decided I really need to start getting my knits, especially my sweater knits, out of my stash. And so this is one of those lightweight sweater knits that I purchased from Fabric Mart years ago, that I said I'm going to get this out of my stash. So I have a blue one, this boysenberry color, and then also a black one. And I decided to choose this one because it's much more fun. I love the color. And so I decided to choose this one. And the fabric, even though it's a decent fabric, I didn't like the way that it behaved with my serger. I had a hard time getting it to keep the serging stitches in place. And so that was a pain. And so I had to zigzag a couple of places over top of those serging stitches to make sure that they were secure in place. So I didn't really like that about the sewing process, but again, it had nothing to do with the pattern itself. It was the serging stitches, and also the fabric just was not behaving the way that I wanted it to behave. The only change that I made to this garment is that I added a band. So I didn't make any changes. I didn't shorten the neckline. I didn't do a forward shoulder adjustment. I didn't shorten the pattern in the sleeve or in the waist, or I didn't do any of that. I just sewed the size 18 straight out of the envelope, and this is how it looks. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. For a pattern that I did not have to do any adjustments to, I'm just so excited about that. But again, the only addition, the modification that I made was I added a band, and I'll show you here. So I added a band at the lower edge here of my sleeve, and that is because this is supposed to be a 3/4 length sleeve. And on me, as you can see, this is where it stops. So a 3/4 length sleeve is gonna, on me, should stop about right here, somewhere in this area here. And it's in this awkward phase right here where it's kind of like not a 3/4 length sleeve, but not a long sleeve. And so I decided to just go ahead and add a band on it because it just looked a little, you know, awkward to me. And so I decided to just go ahead and add that band to it. And I think that the band is a lovely addition to it because it just doesn't look so awkward anymore to me. But that's a personal preference. There's nothing wrong with the pattern. If you are short in your arms like me and you really want a true 3/4 length sleeve, I would say make sure that you shorten the pattern about 1 inch or 2 so you can get that true 3/4 length sleeve. But other than that, I found that everything else was spot on. The only so there is another addition that I made. It's not an addition. It actually is just like a slight alteration that I made. So on the side of the garment, in order for you to get that split hem, there's a notch or a little dot that indicates where you're going to stop your stitching. And it's right near the waistline area. It's about, I think it's about like an inch or so below your waistline where you're going to stop that stitching, and then everything below that is going to be an open, it's going to be open. So I went a little bit past that dot on the pattern where it indicates where you're going to stop your stitching line. I went about, I think, 2 inches below that, just simply because the dot where it was for me was really high up on my waist, and I didn't want any of my skin to show or anything like that when I was wearing the garment, because I usually wear my pants below my waist, sometimes at my waist. And so I decided to just go ahead and change that. But other than that, I didn't make any other changes to the garment, and I really love the way that it turned out. I love the fit. Normally I don't like mock turtlenecks because it usually makes me feel like I'm smothering, and that's one of the reasons why when I picked up the pattern, my intentions were to sew the pants and not the top. But I decided I'm going to go ahead and give this a try, and I don't want to be biased towards it just because I don't like, you know, turtlenecks. I am going to go ahead and try it and see what it feels like. And it's not that bad at all. It's not that bad at all. I really like the way that this is made. You flip your turtleneck inward like this, your little mock turtleneck inward. It goes in about 1 inch. And it's not bad at all. It's not too close to me. So, you know what I mean? It's not too close, like flush against the skin. And so I have some room to, you know, move my neck and feel free without having the turtleneck feeling like it's like too much against my skin. And that's one of my gripes with turtlenecks or mock turtlenecks, is that I usually don't like it to be so close against my neck, but this is not too bad. And so I really like it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this make. And if you've sewn this pattern before, let me know if you liked your garment that you decided to make with it, what kind of fabric you chose, and all that good stuff. If you have not made this pattern and you are planning on making this pattern, let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are, like what kind of pattern, what kind of fabric you want to choose for the pattern, and all that good stuff. So thank you all for hanging out with me today. If you like this pattern review, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. I can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, stay tuned for my next videos. They will also feature Black pattern designers as well, and some of the different patterns I'm going to be using throughout the month. So I'm going to be making next, the next pattern I'm going to be making is the ME2005 by Aronica B. Cole. So stay tuned for that. I made some lovely modifications to that pattern that I'm excited to talk to you all about. So I'm excited to share with you the process and all the things that I've done with that pattern. So stay tuned for that pattern review as well. And then I'm also going to be making the ME2020 by Kichi, and she is, oh my goodness, she is such a fashion forward thinker. I really love her designs, and I can't wait to make this pattern. My local Joann and Hobby Lobby stores do not have the new collection of Me patterns yet, and so I've been waiting to see if they are going to get it within the next week. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and order it offline or get one of my sewing friends to send it to me so I can get started on that. But I'm so excited about these upcoming garments, so stay tuned for those makes. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I hope you all have a happy and blessed sewing week. Bye.